What's up, everyone? I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Now, it's no secret that Supergirl hasn't really been doing the best numbers wise. I mean, shit. In terms of openings, we lost to fucking Morbius, of all films. So, yeah, we're doing pretty bad right now. But then again, it has only been a few days since it premiered. So, who knows, right? I mean, in the middle of the mess, Hideo Kojima drops his review of it, and apparently he loves it. At this point, who knows, right? It might break even, which I don't think DC Studios would complain about. Speaking of DC Studios, Peter Safran put out a statement to reassure people or fans that despite Supergirl not meeting their box office expectations, they aren't really too alarmed since it's only one part of a long-term project, which, in my opinion, is great. It's great. That's exactly how it should be. This is movie two out of a fresh cinematic universe. I feel like people are forgetting that. I mean, yeah, it would have been better if it popped off, but it being the second movie and being mid isn't, it's not the fucking end. It's surprising how people are overreacting to it being mid as if the MCU phase 1 wasn't Iron Man and, well, a bunch of mid movies. But then again, none of the MCU phase 1 movies bombed as bad as Supergirl. But you also have to consider that different times, etc., audience and stuff. So it's whatever. I don't think it's the time to be doom and gloom yet, but I genuinely think a change in strategy is required. The reception to Supergirl, I think, is a sign that it's time to actually plan out the plan, because if you've been following this whole DCU reboot, you would know that although James Gunn is crafting this universe to have a storyline that leads to an event, which as of right now he has confirmed to be the Justice League, there's no concrete path to said event. If you haven't noticed, majority of the stuff he announced back then never happened, never got put out. Hell, some of them never even got started, never got off the ground. This is because the DCU only approves of the projects that have solid scripts, which sounds okay on paper, but it's looking pretty grim with how the DCU seems to be executing it. I mean, first off, we're building towards the Justice League. That's been confirmed by Gunn himself. That's the goal. It's the current target, I guess you could say, climax to this beginning chapter. But we're not giving the Trinity and core members their solo movies. Big red flag, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I trust in James's vision. I want to see this DCU play out and succeed. But why the fuck are we not utilizing our biggest, most famous characters? You announce the reboot, so might as well ignore how recent the Flash, Aquaman, and even Wonder Woman movie failures were, and just put them back in the game again. I mean, even Jason Momoa, the guy who played Aquaman, whose first movie hit over 1 billion, right? Has moved the fuck on. The guy right now is like happy as fuck to play Lobo and is fully focused on that. So why can't we move on as well? And why the fuck are we skipping Hal Jordan again? Like, don't forget Zack Snyder was going to skip him as well, right? Because he had plans for Jon Stewart as well. We have to move on from the 2011 movie. That shit was released back in 20 fucking 11. Why not kill two birds with one stone? Give the series to Hal Jordan and explain why he'll be gone. So essentially do a reverse Captain Marvel, right? Explain why he will not be our main Green Lantern because he has duties outside of the Earth. So we're gonna explain why he will be gone. And then give the solo movie to Jon Stewart so that we can get a solo Green Lantern movie. Give GL fans two cakes for the fuckery this character has been through theatrically. You know? Why the fuck is there little to fucking absolutely nothing about Martian Manhunter? Not even a TV fucking show, no animated show, like seriously nothing for a core Justice League member? We have Hawk Girl, so where the fuck is Hawk Man? No news about him as well. And no hate to Supergirl. Millie killed the role. She was amazing. But holy shit. Supergirl should be a chapter 2 or phase 2 movie. And you know who that chapter 1 female led superhero movie should have been? I know who. Fucking Wonder Woman, bro. I don't give a fuck how recent Gal Gadot's version was. At this point, nobody even fucking remembers the sequel. And the first one is nearing like 10 years old. That was, I think, back in 2017. It's fine to introduce a new Wonder Woman and release a new solo film. Why the fuck is a member of the DC Trinity getting ass treatment? Tell me, tell me, how the fuck do we live in a world where Wonder Woman has two, two recent movies, both of which are from an abandoned and scrapped cinematic universe? Meanwhile, characters like fucking Jimmy Olsen, Clayface, Penguin, the Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, and Suicide Squad have multiple shows and movies to their fucking names. Fuck's sake, they treated Harley Quinn better than Wonder Woman in live action. How? Like, okay, James, James Gunn, bro, James, my boy, my guy. I get that you were able to take the Guardians from D tier characters to A in terms of popularity. But let's be fucking real. You can't achieve that shit all the time. Especially when you're not the one handling these projects primarily, right? You also can't do that method when you have DC's entire lineup to play with. The MCU worked because they came out swinging with the best they've got available at the time. The MCU's big three all went from B-list to A-list characters because they were fully maximized by Marvel when they were building up the MCU. There's no reason for us to scrape the deepest depths of DC's ass crack to try and give the Guardians treatment for characters like fucking Authority, whoever the fuck, when we've still got a plethora of underutilized and underused fan favorite DC characters. Plus, if you really think about it, let's be real, James really only took the Guardians' names and the GOTG name itself and put them onto completely different characters. You can barely even call them a different iteration because there's just almost zero similarities to the original versions. So with that being said, I hope Supergirl is enough of a sign or signal to tone down on these side projects or B-list character movies and focus on the big names first. Instead of this whole script first method, we should plan the final lineup for each chapter. Instead, the MCU has its flaws for sure, but I don't think planning out the movie lineup and overall story is one of those flaws. No need to recreate the wheel. Let's take what works and improve on that instead of continuously experimenting and missing the mark. There's no need to take any risks. We don't have the limitations the MCU had when they started. Let's not overcomplicate things while we're still finding our footing. Use the big names, use the big characters, give them good scripts and good movies. That's all it is. Do that and we should be golden. We're progressing with Superman's trilogy, kinda, if Man of Tomorrow is considered Superman 2. So let's also start to progress DCU Batman and Wonder Woman's trilogy. Then we put out World's Finest, then a Trinity movie after that to fully set up the next big movie, which should be the Justice League. Let's do these correctly, and I bet your ass World's Finest and the Trinity movie alone would fund this universe for the next 10 years minimum. Let's tone down on stuff like this. But again, to be fair, I'm gonna be real though. Dynamic duo, Nightwing and Red Hood. It sounds good, but I don't really think that title is for this pairing. When we say dynamic duo, it's easily Bats and Robin. So, if we're gonna prioritize or make dynamic duo, maybe let's make that the first technically solo Batman DCU movie. And it also bypasses the whole skipping three Robins and jumping straight into Damian. I'm also not fond of that idea. But yeah, Nightwing and Red Hood, maybe later down the line. Dynamic duo with Bats and Robin, though. Dick Grayson Robin. Yeah, I think that would be better. And then in terms of, honestly, these two projects, just pick one. Pick one. Why? Because either one could be the first DCU Batman movie. Let's be real. Dynamic duo, again, Bats and Robin, and then Bane and Deathstroke. It could work, a lot of potential if they do something like what this guy says, right? DCU Batman being the villain of a Deathstroke and Bane movie, that shit would go insane. Because imagine like basically no limits, no limitation Batman. Because we're going fantastical, right? No limitations, and he acts as the antagonist to a movie about not about, to a movie where two of his villains are the main leads. That sounds insane. If it's something like that, fuck yeah, green light this. But if it's just a solo partner movie of Bane and Deathstroke, some random story, no, fuck no. So yeah, if the rumors are true, it looks like the DCU is finally, it feels like finally, I don't know if it's right to say that, but it's finally actually gonna start utilizing the Trinity, since there's word on the street that the DCU Batman has been cast and the Clayface movie is getting reshoots to feature him in a cameo. Although there's also the coincidence for now, who knows, that the Batman Part 2 was also filming in the exact same area. So, Merge Bros might be onto something. We don't know yet. Then there's also, of course, the rumor about Wonder Woman being part of the Man of Tomorrow movie as well. There's no official announcement or confirmation about these yet, but if it's true, then that's great. Would have preferred solo movies first, because Bats and Wonder Woman getting introduced in other movies, it's a bit tiring. I mean, the DCEU introduced both in its second Superman movie, and that was a mess. But yeah, hopefully after Clayface and Man of Tomorrow, Gunn gives us more info on the DCU Batman solo movie and a solo movie for DCU Wonder Woman. because the disrespect for her needs to fucking stop. She has so much potential in live action, and if the 2017 movie earned a lot of money, imagine what a new and even better Wonder Woman solo movie can fucking do in this day and age, right? Also, side note, I can't really complain about Clayface since it's already done. It's coming out. No can do about it. Don't get mistaken. I would fucking sacrifice Clayface, Peacemaker, every Suicide Squad movie, fucking Creature Commandos. I would sacrifice all that shit to get something like a solo Green Lantern movie, a solo Martian Manhunter movie, a new Flash movie, and a big budget, properly done Blue Beetle 2 movie, and of course, a Plastic Man movie. Straight up, I'd sacrifice like 90% of the current DCU to get those 5 movies for sure. But yeah, that's all from me. This is more so an impromptu rant that I just wrote down. So I don't know if it really made sense, but TLDR, let's not recreate the fucking wheel. Let's take what made the MCU succeed, use that, and improve on it. It's that simple. Let's use our big characters. Let's do that. Let's establish the DCU first. Let's build our foundation first before scraping the fucking bottom of the barrel for D tier characters and introducing them. Let's build up Justice League. Let's get fucking Wildcat, Red Tornado, Firestorm, Zatanna, Black Canary, Green Arrow, these guys. Let's get them first, okay? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. If I find another topic to yap about, I'll go and make another one of these. I'm not really sure, but yeah, till then, peace.